Welcome back to the channel, good friends. Brian from Apex Auction Car Reconditioning. I'm back at COPART to continue my search for cars to bring to the channel and to obviously show you guys as well. Beautiful day here again, and I want to thank the staff for letting me come through and get footage of the search to bring cars to the channel as well. They don't have to do that. I am very appreciative, and thank you. So let's continue on and look for a car for the channel. Let's start, I found one right here that caught my attention. Let's start with an Audi TT. The Audi TT either has a 2.0 liter or 2.5 liter turboed up. I like the naturally aspirated engine with a manual transmission, much less to go wrong. Any other Audi I would pass on. This is the only Audi I would consider. So let's take a walk around and see why it's here. Some minor blemishes and boo-boos. PDR can take care of all of this so far. Paintless dent repair. Peeling clears, no big deal. Looks like the whole rear bumper is peeling, which means the rear bumper was repainted cheaply. Maybe it was hit, tapped. Other than that, let's see what the sticker says. All right, so it's an 01 Audi TT Quattro. Normal wear and tear. So could be a donation, could be just being sold through COPART. It doesn't have to be that it was in a wreck or a flood or a fire. Let's take a closer look. Let's take a look at the interior. You can see the door panel is starting to pull away from the sun. Normal wear and tear, and we have the leather starting to dry out with some rips in the seat there. It is manual, and that's, excuse me, that's what I would be looking for, the manual. Rest of the interior isn't too bad. I don't see crazy cracks on the dash, real damage from the sun. The hazard buttons pushed through the dash. Has a key. It has juice. It has all but 140,000 miles on it. Let's make sure she's in neutral and see if it starts. Has a little bit of a noise till it kicks off. Other than that, seems like it runs pretty well. What lights do we have here on the dash? We do have a check engine light. The brake light is on because I have the handbrake on, of course. The airbag light, maybe there's a sensor that's starting to go bad. And the AC does not work. But there is a clutch. It does run. You'd have to hook up an OBD2 to the port underneath here and find out what's wrong with it. It's not happy. Let's pop the hood and see what's under. So this one here is the 2.5. It's all turboed up. That's the only drawback. If it was the naturally aspirated, I'm fine without having the power of the turbo. Without the turbo, guys, on something like this, with the weight, it makes you and forces you to learn how to drive a bit better. Learn to get power out of the curves. Learn the lines of whatever roads or the track you're on to have fun and not rely on power all the time. And that's what makes, in my opinion, it's just my opinion, it's what makes a better driver. Let's move on and see what else we can find. This will be on the list. All right, so here's an example of one that you can find here at the auction here at COPART. This is one that it's apart, so it's probably been pulled apart from a body shop and maybe they found something that pushed it over the edge, but I don't see that it's that bad, so I want to show it to you guys, let you know what's also available here at the COPART yards. This is an S560, 2019. Does say damage all over. Well, what do we have written here? All right, so I guess booty hole is damaged. So got to take that into consideration. What else do we find? All right, so the parts are off here in the back, so it was tapped in the back. So when you don't see the trunk pushed in, or you look for crinkles in these areas here, right there are some signs that the bumper shocks let go and had enough give that the bumper pushed up against the body, but it didn't dent it at all. The exhaust coming out here looks whole. I don't see the support down here twisted. Looks like there's some problems right here. That's no big deal. I would just straighten that out myself. Huh. You gonna tell me that pushed it over and made it a totaled vehicle? Now probably salvaged. It may have a clean title, I'll have to check. But everything else looks good. I wouldn't have a problem finishing that project. All right, now that we know why it's here, what's wrong with it, let's take a look. Let's take a closer look. Take a look inside. Oh, there's your pieces. Well, that's even better. Well, I don't like that they throw them in the back seat. You can see how hard it is on the material. But look at this interior. Oh man, that's going to be so comfortable. If this thing, depending on the mileage, if this starts, does have power, this is definitely going on the list. Beautiful, beautiful interior. The piping, diamond stitching, comfortable seats. These things are great. It's so comfortable. You got to know what Mercedes to look at, to pick up. I will have a video coming out that will go over Mercedes makes and models and years to let you know which ones to look for and are okay to pick up, and which ones to avoid because of timing chain issues. And I'll go over all of that with you, and I'll do sedans, I'll do the sporty cars, and I'll also do SUVs for you. I had an S-Class that was a loaner car for the shop for the longest time, and so comfortable. It was like sitting in your living room to drive the damn vehicle. That's how comfortable it was. One of my customers had the loaner car because it was a rather large package. We had his car for almost a week and a half. He fell in love with it. I never got it back. I got a cash offer I couldn't refuse, and it was gone. So I'm looking for another one. I wouldn't mind this one. Let's fire this up. All right, we do have juice. Let's fire this up. Starts right up, sounds great. AC pops on, and you're going to see it cycle through all of these issues that it's not happy with, and that's because of what's laying back there. The bumper and the sensors and a lot of stuff are disconnected. The lights are off, so it's going to take a while to cycle through. I'll cycle through and see what miles are on it. AC gets cold immediately. I absolutely love this thing. Let's see what's under the hood. So this one here is going to have the bi-turbo. This is a V8 4.0 liter. I love if it would be just naturally aspirated. It's going to be sealed. You're not going to be able to check the engine level, but we can pull the cap. As far as that goes. Well, I'm going to put this one on the list, just in case you haven't guessed. I've been wanting to find one of these to show to you guys, to show you one of the most reliable utilitarian Hondas out there. So this is a Honda Element. It's got the 2.4 liter VTEC. It's a K-Series. Sometimes these have a lot of plastic. Sometimes the fender is plastic along with this whole front end here and down below. And sometimes this rear quarter panel on both sides is plastic, as well as through the back here. Again, I guess utilitarian is the best way to describe this because of, well, it's utility. Look at the door panels, look at the floor, no carpeting. Everything just kind of set up for hauling things around, and this is what I would have to haul doggies, you know. The shop manager can easy hop up in that space there and get to the back with all of this folded up. Now this thing is in, you know, rough shape, and I'm going to guess without turning the key it has at least 200,000 to 300,000 miles on it. Some of these Hondas, including the Element here, you can easily, with maintenance, with proper maintenance, easily get 500,000 miles, 500,000 miles or more. They run forever, and all you need to do is maintain all of the fluids. So important. Let's see if we have juice. Let's see if we can get it started. See what it sounds like. More importantly, I want to see the mileage. I'm guessing at least 175 to 250,000 miles on this thing. Do have the key in here, but unfortunately it was left on. So to me, that tells me that this thing probably runs and runs well, and somebody didn't want anybody else to notice that. I mean, we do have the cover off, so it could be an ignition problem as well. The switches on the other side, and then we have these, Honda likes these immobilization units. So there's a little chip in the key, and when you stick it in, the immobilization unit here sends a message to the engine to let it start. So maybe there was a problem there, or somebody didn't want anybody else to see. I did look, and it has a little over 200,000 miles on it. And there's a note that it did run and drive at the time they brought this in the yard. So somebody left the key on. I'm going to go get a jump before I leave here for today. And if this thing runs good, it's going on the list. This is a great puppy hauler here. You just get an air chuck and blow the hair out the back there, or an air hose, or a water hose. There's nothing back there that's going to be, you know, damaged because of a little bit of pressurized water. That's why I love these things. There's that VTEC 2.4. Well, that's not good. I hope it's not down in there. Anyways, all I wanted to do was check the oil. With over 200,000 miles on it. Yeah, it looks pretty clean. Not caked up or gooed up. I don't see any aftermarket parts. 730 cranking amp, so a newer battery. Well, I'm going to have to get a jump before I leave, and if it runs, I'm going to have to put it on the list. So again, this is one of the most reliable Hondas, and it's actually highly sought after, believe it or not, because of the utility properties of the vehicle. You can use them to deliver papers, pick up parts, use it as a gopher vehicle for your business, use it to haul around dogs. Anything utility that you could use it for as chores as an owner, and then, you know, you can make it a beach vehicle as well, easy to clean out. So many uses for them, that's why they're highly sought after. And even with 200,000 miles, you're looking at a couple grand for one. I always stop when I come across a minivan because of the potential puppymobile that it could be, but this is a Nissan. You want to stay away from Nissans because of the CVT transmission. So let's move on. By the way, also Jeeps, Avengers, minivans with the 3.6 liter V6, avoid them like the plague. They are absolutely garbage. All right, here is another minivan to consider for a puppymobile. This one has a hit on the front driver's side here, obviously. Not bad though. Yes, it's going to need a bumper, maybe a little bit of the support behind it. The headlight looks like it can be saved. It probably just has a little bit of a cracked mount there. Fender. Hood actually was spared, but the support underneath it will have to be pulled out, and I don't have a problem with that. Everything else looks good. This is a Toyota Sienna. See? Somebody else had the idea of using this for a puppy mobile as well. It also has a towing package. Toyota Siennas run forever. Has one of the nicest interiors for a minivan as well. Dirty. Needs a little bit of dye here and there, but the seats are okay. It does have power, and it only has 100. Look, at 107,597, this thing is just broken in. This is going to go for some big money. I will put it on the list because I would like to get those seats out of there. Maybe keep one of them. I normally like to keep that one in right there and take the rest out, so the puppy has so much room back there. And then you could see the vents. She would have her own climate control back there. And as for cabin and the driver's seat here, comfortable. A nice comfortable ride, more comfortable than the Kia Sedona that we're using right now. And just an overall looking around and you know, kind of feeling the seat here would be a nice comfortable cabin to be in for long periods of time. And that's what you need to consider when you're looking for a used vehicle or a vehicle anywhere for any purpose. Hop in that driver's seat, look around, start it up, feel the seat underneath you, feel the vehicle running, and envision yourself, hey, is this something I can spend hours and hours and miles upon miles being in this cabin? Some vehicles, I wish I would have done that before making a decision, but something I highly recommend to do first. This does have power, so let's... Oh yeah, I mean, you got the audio firing up, the AC is firing up. That's going to get cold, there's no doubt about it. Even with the accident, there's nothing on the dash here that it's unhappy about. You just maintain these things and they will run forever. I was able to get the hood open, and as you can see here, this is the support that goes to the strut tower right here. This is your radiator support. That looks intact. So this one over here, surprisingly, is fine too. It's just these supports back here that need to be pulled out and straightened out. No problem at all. This is definitely going on the list. And then you can see on the other side, not even a ding on the doors. Tires in excellent shape, wheels in great shape, little scuffs here and there, no big deal. Oh yeah, definitely. I've mentioned one or two I would avoid. Here's one you can look for that's not very exciting and something I don't really search for. But if you want something super reliable, all-wheel drive, great in all weather, surprising spacious interiors for the size of the vehicle, utilitarian in some ways, not very comfortable, but if you want something reliable, the Subaru Outback. Well, we might as well get a good mix in, because I was asked about these Hyundai Velociraptors or Velosters. They are often at lots, you know, on lots and at auctions cheap, and it's for a reason. Issues with everything. Engine, oil burning, rod failure. They have transmission problems. I've also known them for electrical issues, brake problems, steering concerns. If you see one of these, stay away. Now, I can understand the appeal. It's a little car. It is sporty looking. It does have a sporty look to it. They do come in some neat colors. If we have a nice brake pad sitting on the shelf back here, that's not a great sign. But you can open the one side by pulling the knob up here. You only have that on one side. You don't get that on both sides. You can't open this back here. So, you know, it does have a sporty appeal to it. Sure, it's good on gas and easy to park. and it has a neat little sporty interior, but they are junk. I'm sure you could get this one for a cheap price. Let's see, it's actually inspected till next year. That's a good sign. So it's a 2012 lost type unknown, because yeah. Well, it could be anything, could be flood, could be theft, mechanical issues. This is what I would pass on, but I wanted to at least cover it today and answer some questions. I believe that is going to do it for me today. I'm going to keep looking a little bit longer before the yard closes for the day. If I find something, I'll fire up the equipment and record some footage for you guys. Let me know if there's something we passed that, or something that you would like me to take a closer look at, because they have every make and model out here on the yard. And I'll go over it with you, and even if it's something I don't want to pick up or buy, I will go over the car with you and give you some pointers, tips and tricks on what to look for, what to stay away from, and have some fun out here. I'll catch you in the next video, guys.